All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to some worked examples of equations of hyperbolas. You're in for a real treat here. No, it's the same thing as always. But we're going to focus on the first half with this video, so focusing on hyperbolas centered at 0, 0. First example is going to be number 2. You're supposed to be getting the center, the vertices, the foci, and then the equations of the asymptotes. Hopefully you have your notes handy because they help you because, you know, there's notes. I'm going to be referring to a lot of these things as I go through this process. So first things first, it needs to equal 1. So we're going to divide everything by 100, divide by 100, divide by 100. And when you reduce your little fractions, 20 100ths is 1/5, so it's y squared over 5. And then 25 100ths is 1/4, so it becomes x squared over 4, and it's going to equal 1. Since y squared is first, it lets me know this is vertical, or it opens up and down. And then also lets me know that this is a squared, which means a is root 5. We're gonna use that in a little bit. B squared is this 4, which means b is the square root of that, which is 2. We're gonna need our c value so we can get the foci, but we'll get there in just a moment. Let's start working on these up here. The center for this, since there's nothing in here with the y squared and the x squared, lets me know that my center is going to be at 0, 0. And then to get my vertices, I'm going to take 0, 0, and I'm going to be adding and subtracting the square root of 5. To do that, let's do the decimal approximation, though you could write it as square root of 5. Oh, sorry. I need to get this right. It's a vertical ellipse, and so our vertices are at 0, negative a, and 0, positive a. So you can put 0, root 5, and then 0, negative root 5. But let's get the decimal approximation so you can see that as well. Just go ahead and put in square root of 5 and see what you get. So did you do it? Did you actually put in your calculator? You're just waiting for me to do it for you. You're probably just waiting for me to do it for you, but that's not really nice. All right, so you should get square root of 5 is about 2.24. That's supposed to be 297. And so our vertices are hanging out 0, 2.24, and 0, negative 2.24. I'm okay if you round to the first decimal place or the second like I did. That's fine. Next we need to get the c value so we can get our foci. Let's see, what's a great color for this? I don't know, orange, I guess. So to get our c value, you have to remember the Pythagorean relation for these things, which is the normal Pythagorean theorem. A squared plus b squared equals c squared. So c squared is going to equal a squared plus b squared, which will mean that a squared, which is 5, and b squared, which is 4, is going to add together to give you 9. So c squared is 9. To get the foci, which are at 0, negative c, and 0, c, you're going to square root it, so c comes out to be 3. We don't need the negative version of it. So yeah, you just square root that and you get 3. And so our foci are sitting at 0, 3, and 0, negative 3. And now we're on the last part, which is the equation of the asymptote. Let's move on to green. Green's a fun one. To get the asymptote, you just need to remember this lovely little formula. Y is equal to plus or minus a over bx. And the reason it's plus or minus is because there's two asymptotes, right? You got a positive version and a negative version. We're just going to get both at the same time. Y is equal to plus or minus a, which is root 5. So we can have root 5 over 2x. You can do the decimal approximation for that. It's just not as nice looking, right? 2.24 over 2x, which really you should do 2.24 divided by 2 to turn it into 1.12, which, they're about as ugly looking for both. But let's go with this one. This is like the exact one and not the decimal approximation. But there you go. That's how you get a bunch of those. Let's do one more from our next section. From the next section where you're given these things and you have to write the equation for it. I chose this one on purpose because this one is a horizontal one, right? You get halfway between your vertices, and you get 0, 0 again. You do need to have your center. And now you have your center, you can get your A value. These are vertices, and so the distance from the center to a vertex is the A distance, so A is going to come out to be 6. And then up here, we have some foci, and the distance from the center to a focus is the C value. So in this case, C is going to be 10, right? 0 to 10 is 10. But to write out our equation, we're going to need A, B, and the center. We have the center in A, but we don't have B. So we're going to have to use our Pythagorean relation to figure out C squared is A squared plus B squared. We should also figure out if this is horizontal or vertical. These are changing horizontally, so this is a horizontal hyperbola here. And so let's write out our equation. Let's see, a good color. Red? Red's a good color, yes. C squared is A squared plus B squared. Well, C is 10, A is 6, and then B is, well, B right now. So we got 100 is 36 plus B squared minus the 36, and you get 64 for B squared. All right, we got B squared. And we also have A squared, which is what we need for our equation. And I guess I can do C squared. So now we have all this, we can write out our equation. We got center, A squared, and B squared. So let's do this. Since it's horizontal, X is first. And since our center is at 0, 0, we use X minus 0 is X. So we got X squared. The A value is always the one under the first one. So that goes there. And then what we're going to do is subtract the Y squared over B squared, which is 64. And it's going to equal 1. And voila, you got your equation.